What's up, guys? Master Styles here. Welcome you back to Inside Gaming, your go-to source for all things Eternal Evolution. And today, new awakening, new levels, new summertime event here, of course. Summertime training. Okay, log in. And what do we get down here? Ooh, this is actually pretty good, right? But it's gonna take us what? It says 8 days to get one of these. Not bad rewards, and I love that. It's all tickets. Should have made them 10, right? All of them should have been 10, because normally when you pull, it's a 10 pull. And basically all you have to do is just play through the game. These things you're going to do anyways, right? Very simple. Get some tickets. Not bad. And then at the end of all of this, you get a selector. And this one updates, right? So as a new one comes out, you can get a copy of memory disk of a selected hero. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, what else we got? Journey of Love. I think I remember this one. As you go around, you can collect rewards. You just have to play through. Of course, there's a pass. How much is the pass? $20. Don't got the 20 on me, but not a bad pass there. There's some decent rewards here. And of course, there's that. There's always a shop. And 154 Chaos Crystal. They need to start giving this out more. Yeah, they definitely do. Well, not the random one, but the actual other one that you can select what you want. And for this one here, what do we have? The same skins. I'm going to slowly collect the skins through Hell Arena. That's how I'm going to go about it, because I'm running out of things to buy over there. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully you can do the same. And I think that is that. And this one is also another event that they had before. This one is actually pretty good if you can get this, right? If you happen to get this, I would say just save them up and then pull 10 at a time. Or is it 10 or whatever the amount, the max amount that you can use per, I think pull 10. That way you're guaranteed and you have a better chance of getting better rewards per se. They should have put in the red one in here, of course, because now we're moving towards having to get 3 reds to make it into legendary, right? I think it's legendary or platinum. That's the right word. I just see it as legendary. That's just me personally. But again, those are the new summer party. But like the summer party is just events that already happened and you're placing it in here. So that's the big theme about all of this. Is it new or is it just something that was already there and you just rebranded shit into something else? So there's that, of course. We also have now, I thought I was done with this, new levels. And they go all the way up to 45. So 10 new levels of each Ketosian Triangle. And we get the same rewards. Like, why do we get the same rewards? You should have changed it so you can get what? Different level. Is that, I can't tell with the thing in a way. But at least, you'll get tickets. And down here should have been different too. Come on. You have the opportunity to change things. You should have changed the rewards from clearing the level. And what they could do too is add on other rewards if you beat it within a certain time. So you get astral tickets, you can get divine prototype tickets if you clear, like you get 5 stars, right? 4-star will get you astral ticket or 2, whichever amount you want to use, and then divine, or whichever way, divine prototype over astral, whatever the case may be, whichever one works. But make it so it's 5 stars. That would be more interesting because it will make you want to push, because then you can farm astral tickets, because you have a lot of stages that you would have to go through. What's that? 45 times, I want to say how many stages, times 6. That's a good amount of astral tickets that you could potentially get, and also divine prototype tickets. But that's just an idea. Making it 5-star versus 3, that would be something interesting, right? So we have down here in Crimson Abyss another 10 levels, right, that we can push through. So again, if you want me to make, I was thinking about making a series where we push through some of the levels within each video. How far can we go within the levels, right? Let me know if you're interested in that. If not, then I'll still potentially do it if I have the time to do it, push through some of these levels, come up with some teams and see. We'll do I want to say Roulette of Truth and probably one of Battlefield of Zora in this video if we have time, right? If we have time, because I do respect your time. So what are we gonna do first? We're gonna summon for the new awakened hero, which is Elemma. Remember Elemma, if you're around, how she was ripping, but then they nerfed her, gutted her at this point. So I'm gonna summon for the, what's this guy's name? The tank hero here. I completely forgot his name. I need 2 copies of him. I'll do up to 200, right? Yeah, I'll do up to 200, and then I'll bring her to Awaken 5 and see what she can do, what she brings to the table. So let's get into the summons here and see what we get. Love the wishlist banner. Your luck is a lot better. The goal here is 6 for 200, but you know how it goes. So once I get the 2 copies of him, I'll move over to the regular hero banner, and there we go. And that's at 40. I wish the other banners were like that. Keep that in mind. That was at 40, right? Beautiful. So that's one. Just need another one of him, and I have to keep tracking my numbers because sometimes I tend to forget where we are. When I see double sendways, it just grinds my gears. Save those doubles for the triple S's, please. I appreciate the double. And we get Elemma. Good thing about the wishlist banner is that it doesn't reset. So we get a copy of Elemma there. Don't really need it. I get 5 of my tickets back, right? And we're close. And there it is again, right? Why can't the regular banner be like that? Or prove me wrong, right? Let's see how much we have remaining. We got the 2 copies of him, and then I'm done with that. So we got what? Three triple S's for 70. Regular banner, you have work to do. So we have 130 to do on the regular banner because I'm not going to pull anymore. I already have all of them at Immortal 5. So he actually looks cool here. Wow, I like the red aura. Awesome. Can we start off with a banger? No, not that kind of banger, but you know what I mean. Come on now. All right, so this is an elite here, and no. Man, something. Give me something. I want to see some animations here. It's quick. And no. I wish. Where is my... Okay, when that start happening, let me back out here. So see, now we're at... What are we at? We got to go... Where is it? Exchange? Here? We have 70 left. My goodness. Can you at least give me 1 copy? Come on. Nothing. And we get... this should be an elite here. And... Okay. All right. We got 1. Whew. Man. So we still need 2 more, right? Can I get a back-to-back while we're at it, right? No. We know that we're close. And here, double? No. A double? Last one. Final pull. My math is mathing this time. Yep, that's it. Got 1 copy. Unfortunate, right? I feel like if we were on the wishlist banner, we'd have definitely done better because I like that you have more options there. Is that enough for the 200? Right? I think so. And the reason why I'm going to 200, for those that don't know, it's 80 here, right? For the first soul crystal, and then another 120 for the second one. So at least do that. I can bring her to Awaken 2, and then Holy Land contract. I completely forgot that that's also there. That's also another thing that you can do. Raffle stuff is pretty much the same. Nothing new there. We'll take a look at that next after we go over Elemma. All right, so brought her to Awaken 5. Let's go through what she brings to the table. So, of course, we're going to activate the obvious, which is, increase the attack, increase the defense. Honestly, I think you just get rid of the defense and just make it whatever they need, right? Like crit rate, crit damage, Maybe accuracy. I don't even want to see accuracy up there. I don't even want to give out that idea. Crit rate, crit damage, right? I would rather that there, and then still have the additional crit damage down here. Okay. So of course, damage imp, right? I wish you could just give that to the team too, right? That would be nice. Then the awakening, it gives it to the team. All right, so now we have our Awaken 3. Twilight Quiver enhancement. The true damage effect from basic attacks is increased to 300% of Elemma's attack. That does not sound high at all. At all. And after each activation, increase attack by 5%, stacked up to 20 times. 20 times 5 is 100. She becomes Terran. Okay, so she's a Terran. Interestingly enough, placing her on the team is going to be another issue. She even made the team, right? And that's the same thing I ran into with Jaina, right? Jaina, it's tough to put her in there because all the other options are for the team. All she's bringing is damage, right? And then now we have the Awaken 5, which is the changing of the ultimate. There's a God's Verdict effect. Elemma enters the God state. Attack speed is doubled. I'm pretty sure she did that before. Damage taken is reduced by 60%. This basic attacks deal damage to all targets along the path and also apply the basic attack effect. What is that? To all affected targets. Okay? When Elemma's initial attack speed reaches 500, in a god-like state, each basic attack fires 3 arrows. Okay? That don't sound like much, right? And it would take a peek at. Okay, let's wait till we go through that. I have to go through the animation again. Here it says in a godlike state, the basic attack remove invincibility effect from targets. Okay, that's actually pretty good because they need that, right? Because they're gonna face the vanguards. Should have gave her shield removal too while we're at it, right? That would have been nice. And this is actually useless against bosses. Just keep that in mind. Wait, is it the basic attacks? Wow, basic attacks are removing that. Okay. So they extend the field, and every 2 seconds it deals damage to all enemies. Lightning damage is increased to 600%. It doesn't sound like a lot. Upon activation, removing 2 stacks of light barrier from affected targets. Why is she a counter to hunters? Right? A counter to Alistar? Maybe, right? I guess light barriers are not broken. Why not shields? I would have loved shields. You know me, I'm big on my shield break. So again, that is not there. Based on what I'm reading on paper, it's tough to say because I don't. Do I even have her geared up? No, I don't even have anything on her. All right, just do some gears on her. I know, right? I know. Give me some time, right? Because again, it's also about the damage too. I think that's the biggest thing that she's probably gonna have is the damage. So Unleash, you kind of want to go for, I want to say 250 because again, she does double her attack speed, right? And I don't think it's based on anything higher than 500. Of course, if I'm wrong, somebody's going to correct me in the comments, right? So we'll just keep it at that. And also because I'm running for them, let me see if I have it set up because Interstellar is done, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I already have it here where I'm getting another 240. So there you go, boom, we're all set there. So let's actually go into a Holy Land contract, try them out. Let's put on all the contracts. This is a shield that I don't like, and this one here is, let's just go with everything for now and see what we're up against. Let me read this one here. So the shield, I wish you could just remove that shield. That shield is annoying actually. And this one is that, and what does this one do? Summon. Okay, so more targets, love that. Well, since Kara's here, let's see. Oh no, we can't steal from, what do you call it, summons. Unfortunate, huh? Very unfortunate. We'll go here, keep that. And here, no, let's go with, yeah, sure, we'll just do all hunters. It's hunter themed, right? And then we'll do the hunters. I just want to see what the hunters themselves can do, right? This is not the optimal team. I know team annihilation is always the way to go. And then we could put in Vaz. I thought they were gonna awaken Arcadia, to be honest, right? It would have made the most sense. Artemis is gonna have to sit this one out, unfortunately. Let's put him here, and then let's see what they can do. We have the prototypes, everything else. Do I just do raw damage with no distraction? Let's take these off. What does this one do? Reduce range damage. How would you put reduce range damage? It's so silly, right? All right, let's just do this and see it. There'll be the additional units. Biggest thing here is looking at her damage, right? And see what she can do. All right, that's SB Emma. And of course, this should be interesting. Where is she? She's at the middle. Okay. I remember when she first came out, she was ripping. What? Her damage was crazy. So the SP is doing well, as she should. She's actually out DPS in all of them, actually. Yeah. At 5. Not bad. And mind you, the gears that I just slapped on her isn't the best gears. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think like doing more focus on crit rate and all of that, she can actually keep up with the SP a little bit. She's behind her. But Elemma is ripping, huh? Oh wait, what happened? Yeah, he does that. For some reason, Alistar, like later on in the fight, his damage starts to ramp up. I noticed that when I'm using him, he'll start out slow, but later on in the fight, his damage just starts getting crazy. So she got pushed down below Alistar. Alistar is what? Immortal 5? No, 4. Wow. Okay. And Alistar is going to end up out DPS in the SP soon enough. Or get close. Maybe. But it's close. Yeah. But the problem with the SP is that she jumps out of his circle. For what reason, I don't know. It's so frustrating. I'm like, why do you jump out of the circle? There's nobody near you. You're supposed to jump back when there's an enemy near you. But there you go. Elemma. It seems like her damage slowed down. Like she was doing good, and then all of a sudden, towards the middle of the fight, it starts to slow down. Billy's at the bottom. You know. Unfortunately, the game crashed. So we'll leave it at that, right? Endless is still here, right? Endless is still here. So let's actually try her there. Maybe we'll get through this one. We'll take her out and put her in here. I know. I have no control over that. That's what just happened, you know? The game gave out on me. So actually, I want to go back to the hunters here and see. Let's go all hunters. Arcadia is 4 or 3. And also, wait, what's his name is added. I actually want to make a video around that guy because he's very interested. Eren. Is it Eren? Yeah, Eren. I could bring him to Awakened 7. Let me know down in the comments if you need me to make Awakened 7 Eren video. I have Vaz at Awakened 7 too, so that's also another video I need to make. My goodness, I have a lot of videos to make. I'll be on vacation next week, so yeah, got a lot of work to do. We got the time to do it. So let's see here. In this situation, single target, interestingly enough, Billy seems to do a lot better. Interesting. And in this one, single target, I was going to say Arcadia. It's not Arcadia. Elemma is not doing too well. She's at the bottom, so she does better in AoE situation. I think that knowing that is a lot better, right? Because then again, you keep that in mind. Like whenever you're in a situation, it's like, hey, I need multiple targets. This unit needs multiple targets to excel. So again, in single target, she's not going to do too well, from what I'm seeing. Don't quote me on that and say, oh, Master Style said this. Leave me alone, okay? Just going off of what I'm seeing. And like I told you, Alistar, towards the middle of the fight, somehow he just start ramping up damage. I have to go check his kit on what could be causing him to start out so slow and then end up catching it up later on. Like his damage just starts to get a lot more towards the end of the fight. Look at how much he's catching up. Like once he casts his ultimate, he's doing a lot more damage. Like he's almost doing what, 10 billion per ultimate. So he's literally like 2 ultimates away from the SP. And I told you, the problem with the SP is that she jumps out of the circle. So in longer fights, Alistar does more damage than all of them. Interesting. It's really interesting to know, because once he pops his ultimate, he's doing a lot more. So she jumps out of his circle too. So maybe if she stayed in the circle, she would do a lot more damage. The SP lords. That's what I meant. So see, Alistar ended up being the #1 damage dealer in longer fights. So that's more PvE than it is PvP. So see, look at that. Pretty much almost doubled her damage. Well, not doubled, but close enough. Leave me alone. Right? So again, Elemma didn't do well here at all. Single target, she's not doing very well. So now, right, that is that there. There's so much to do. I did promise this, so let's actually see what it's like, because again, we also want to see what Kara can do. We'll leave Kara like he is. We'll keep them there. And for me, I think the biggest problem is going to be the second team. If Kara can clear this, right, which he's Awakened 7, he don't need the additional stuff. It's just me personally. I don't want to put the additional stuff with him, because again, sometimes when you use something on one side, you know that you can't use it in the other parts of the fight. So here, I'm actually going to take you out and put in that. We'll take you out and put in this guy. Could use Elemma, but it's single target, so she's not gonna do so well there. And then let's just see how Kara does. I know it's telling me I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff, but leave me alone. Don't tell me that. And there's also wait before I continue that. So it's already locked in. Let's back out of here real quick, because I forgot to do this. Right? I need to do this because this happened to me before. This guy, he ended up clearing story before me, right? But now that I know that you can do that, I will do this in return. And actually, let's cancel this. I want to actually give him what he needs, and then we'll let that spin. We'll let that rock in the background. So let's go here. Eventually, it gets to a point where it's not that you can't beat it, it just stops. So let's go back to this one and see. Everything else is the same. We're all set. Let's see how Kara does here. Can he handle the damage? He dies right away, and they should be dead. So I'm very concerned that at some point it may get to a point where he ends up dying, right? I see here he's struggling because he's dealing with control effects. So that's his weakness. Yeah, Kara's weakness is control effects, because if he can't act, he's gonna end up dying, right? And when he dies, he does have to cheat that. So now you're gonna have to bring your Kara to a higher level to beat some of these contents, which is great, and I love that. I love the challenge there. This is the problem here, right? We need to get our tanks bigger. I'm just going through this just to see how it is, right? Eventually we'll get to a point where the tanks themselves are not going to be able to clear this part, right? Because either the damage that they're doing is not enough and the HP is too high, and also the damage that the opposition is dishing out is too much. Yeah, and it's taking a long time. This is just wait, this is what? 36? What? And we're struggling with this? Oh boy. And this is my tanks too. Granted, I would have, 3 into Canis, and then the rest would be history. But I think running Wukong here, that's always a good way to go, because Wukong with his execution definitely works a lot better than Loris. Yeah, see, we're not even gonna beat it. Hold on. Already. I gotta step in already. Get out. You get out. And you get out. You get out too. Because again, I was just trying. So now we gotta up it already. I thought it would be, a walk, right? Easy wash. But let's get Wukong in there, switch over his gears, and we should be good. Everything else is fine. We'll the fact that I got a try already is unreal. So I brought Orton to increase the tank's damage, right? I know we're going against energy, but we'll get it done. And then, of course, Wukong's just there for when they're low on HP. We can just execute them. We don't waste too much time, right? Oh, Canis came back again. I guess Rez hit Canis. Let's watch the difference here. As you can see, we shouldn't have gone. We shouldn't have need to go to this point, but of course, you see the difference when you're controlling it versus that. And of course, we had Wukong, so instant execution there, which is great. All right, let's move on to the main boss here. With this one, actually, I need to switch it. I need to make what is that? Oh, that's just I'm like, what is that random 10 over there? So we'll put him in the front because again, we don't really have that issue, right, where he's gonna die. And I kind of want I want his circle to hit the foxes, right? And that way they'll do more ultimates, so will the AG turn you off. It's the same strategy, right? Nothing changed. But again, like I said, the second team, because if your Kara could take care of one of the teams, then your second team is either going to be your tanks, your summoners, or whichever you have there. And most of the teams, right? So okay, this one wasn't that bad. It was just doable. The choke point was the second team, like I mentioned. Most of the teams that you have will potentially be able to beat the second. Where you want to split up your summoners, Team Annihilation, and run your tanks, whichever your secondary best team is, that's what you should be running. So that one wasn't that difficult, right? Obviously, switching around made a huge difference. We got all the rewards, and this is why I say I think they should implement 5 stars, right? Where I can get, increase it, make it 5 for getting a 3-star, right? That would be good. The limited tickets, you're gonna eventually use them. You can't save them forever. So 5 limited tickets, and then if I did good enough, I can get 3 Astros and 3 Divine Prototype tickets. That would be huge because now I'll be pushing each one of these levels because now it's about time, like clearing enough time to get those additional rewards, and it's an incentive to push me to play it again, right? And push through some of these levels. After I beat that, I'm not going to go face that again. There's no reason for me to push that again. So that is that there. Of course, like I said, I kind of wanted to make this into a series where we go through, we break it all down and see what teams work and what are your alternative options. But it's going to be up to you to let me know that in the comments. If you don't let me know in the comments, chances are I just run through all of this stuff, go as far as I can, and keep it pushing. It's going to be up to you. So Battlefield of Zora, not really going to go through that one because I think we're running low on time here. And I think I'll leave it at that, right? I don't want to go too deep into this. Her at 5, we see that multiple targets is where she's going to shine. Single target, she didn't do that well to me personally compared to what she was doing in multi targets and Homeland Contract, right? Her damage was better there. So the question is, do you bring it to Awakened 5? For me right now, I'm at a no, right? Again, with the team itself, right? Like if you look at the team itself, let's pull it up here and we'll talk about real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Spacing, like this is the team, and this one don't even have the new hero on it. This is the team before. Where does she fit into all of this, right? I'm not removing Loris, and I'm definitely not removing Artemis, and I'm not removing Alistar. The support, Kara, maybe, right? Vaz is new, and even if you remove Kara, you still have the new Hunter hero that just recently came out. So again, it's a spacing issue, and I'm stuck with Miranda, right? I have no choice. If I'm running Hunters, I have no choice but to run Miranda. This is PvP, of course, right? So again, for me, it's like, is she really needed? She's not bringing nothing to the team, right? She's just for herself. So I'm saying, save your resources till something better comes along. I just do it so you don't have to. So if you made it as far in the video, the word of the day, actually it's more of a phrase, in a word is thank you, because I do this so you don't have to. And that way, hit the like button to say thank you. That's just the best thing to do. So if you're new around here, you want guys walkthroughs, updates, and of course me bringing heroes to Awaken 5 when they don't need to be, subscribe to the channel. And for those that are rocking with me, let me know if you brought her to Awaken 5 or you're just skipping her altogether in the comments. So without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video. Peace.